Hi. Sorry about the delay. How's everybody doing? Pita chips have tooth-breaking power. Alright, enough of this shit. How's everybody doing? Hopefully everybody's doing well, I trust. It's been like 5 whole days. It's been a day since I've been back. Feels like longer. But here we are. And much how my day started. I'm here to fuck shit up. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those streams. But we should have some fun. I'm gonna stall for a minute. I'm just letting you know. Because I don't have a whole beer in me yet. I do now. So. This shit looks cool. Have to check that out in a little while. But yeah, I'm being very silent. I'm sorry. It's super distractible. And I apologize. Hold on. Wait a tick here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37. Well, all right. I just looked at my follower count, and I was, well, it's not what it was last time. Oh, well. You win some, you lose some, huh? So, that being said, wow, that is super distracting. There we go. I suppose we'll jump into the gameplay pretty quickly. I guess I could just do this real fast. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. I've said all right so many times. Yeah. So, let's get this party started, I suppose. You can only vamp and fucking not do a fucking thing before people get bored, right? Pita chips feel on my teeth like I imagine chew toys feel to dogs, but in a bad way. Like, wildly uncomfortable and unpleasant. But that's neither here nor there. Well. No. It's not been a great day, so we're trying to, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh. I'm covered in spinach and artichoke dip. One moment. How did he, like, how even? Well, come on down. I got the good stuff. Give me 30 seconds to go hose this off. Oh. I got you. Well, hold on a second. I'm going to... Oh, dude, pulled pork tonight for me. I'm just gonna sloppily shove shredded meat into my face until I'm ready to pass out. Give me 1 second. I'm messy. All right, we're back. Let me refresh this right fast. So, update on the song. I have most of it written. I need to write 2 verses, maybe 3, and it's ready. Then it's about just applying it to the actual song. But the writing part's done for the most part. It's just 2 verses, and it should be good. Approach-wise, man, so for the chorus, I was thinking if we don't just bury the clean vocals in the mix for the first chorus, when the second chorus hits and it seems to be elevating or escalating, we can bury it in the mix more for the second one. I think that'll really punctuate what's being said. But I'll give you one line from it because I think you'll enjoy it quite a bit. Existence is a shackle I must break. Come on. That's a hell of a fucking hook if I've ever heard one. I'm excited about it. I really am. I'm stoked. So, vocal approach I've been looking at, by the way, just to give you a little kind of process into my mind, is a lot of Brendan Small's Galacticon for the true cleans, and then for the verses, more Nurgle from Behemoth, like the yell screams, and then I just want to go straight into just craziness at the end. I have a lot of ideas. I'm even gonna Tuvan throat sing. We're gonna throw some shit in the mix. I'm really excited. Oh, nice. Good. Harmonies are always fun. Always fun. Especially if I don't have to write them. No, but I've got an idea. And the only problem I think I will encounter is stretching to time to make it fit and not feel like it's crammed in. You know, you write 5 words in the place of 1 word and you run through them. I don't want to do that. I want it all to be very understated and concise until it no longer can be. In which case I want it to be absolute fucking chaos. So, that's the general idea I have from what we discussed earlier. But we'll definitely talk about it after stream if you're up for it. I'll even let you hear some of the other shit. At first understated. Because think about it, the way it goes in and out with the guitars, that can represent a lot of things. So, I'm pretty excited about it. But enough about things that make me excited. Let's be an anime detective. Sorry. I'm excited about that too. But anyhow, I have been literally just not doing any gaming for 20 minutes. Hold on. Before I do this, let me see if I can just do one thing. Because I don't want to deal with controller. Let's just disable Steam input and then just enable PlayStation. No. We're just going to do that. Fuck it. All right. So whatever I was going to do didn't work. Because smart. Anyhow. You know, I only follow that shit because of how incredibly astonished I am. Like, the weak-mindedness of people doesn't astonish me. The fact that they would hear this and be like, yeah, I can't get laid. That makes sense. Fuck women. Like, I kind of can understand it, but I don't get it. But man, the fact that they just follow this absolute fucking no-brain is just fucking beyond me. Anybody who listens to that and goes, yes, I need a Bugatti. fuck them. Well, I'm glad you came back for that. It's boosted my viewer count, so I'll take it. Just leave me on in the background. It helps us both. You get to hear my voice. I get the numbers. Bigger number, better person. I'm here for it. Open it on multiple devices. Play it on your Samsung smart fridge. Help. Controller. There we go. All right. It was mostly a joke, but thanks for sharing. I'm glad to know that I, too, am not alone.
It would be easier to talk to you this way.
Hold on.
The bat's 490 code. I solved it.
The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality.
If he's willing to lie about one thing, he's willing to lie about everything.
Okay then, let's begin.
The experiment worked! Oh, happy Chikara.
I don't have a smart fridge either. Oh shit, my Tamagotchi eyeball thing. Let's see what's up with that. If I can remember any of the buttons. Boom, menu. I have to remember what an Xbox controller looks like to do this. What do you do to maintain peace? Start a non-profit organization? Don't complain. Okay. Statue. There's a strange statue. Light. What should I call this? A pond, maybe? Well, it's sure not a river. We'll go with pond for now. Fucking higher level brain thoughts from this one. I decided to bring you guys back. There you go. Now you're on the big screen, which ironically is the smaller of the two screens. Mine will run.
Something funny. There, I said it.
Something funny.
Your badge.
That's something phony.
What is this? A vaudeville routine? That wasn't funny at all.
Oh, wait. What? Winks in. No, shit. I shouldn't have done that.
It was a heat of the moment thing, but I ended up quitting my job. I don't regret punching that scumbag.
Oh, shit. It's the dude from the first game.
What could you do now? I've got 10 children to think about.
Holy shit.
What? A job? With the conditions I requested? Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do anything, as long as it's not illegal.
You're Tokiko's secretary?
Yeah, but I'm also her bodyguard. I used to be a bodyguard for a certain politician until the end of last year. He was a piece of human garbage.
They all are, buddy.
Slugged him in the face and resigned. Then ended up here thanks to an acquaintance introducing me.
About nice.
I was only hired recently. I don't know much about it, really.
Alright, let's talk to Tokiko. That name doesn't roll off the tongue very well. It's Tokiko Shigure, the president of Nice Japan branch. About 4...
Considering the fact that you are here, I assume it would be pointless to hide it.
Yes, tell me. Reveal your secrets.
Indeed. I had my subordinates create that video. BATS 490 was an ARG, just a game. But there was a high-level encryption hiding a message within. We have been seeking high IQ individuals with the capability to decode it. The purpose was to recruit them into Nyes.
So this QR video was made for the same reason?
I'm aware of that video. I saw it on the news. However, it's completely unrelated to Nyes.
Objection.
I assume someone made it with the intent to imitate Bats 490.
What do you think, Tama?
Hard to say on that alone.
About
Do you
Chikara.
mean the man from Horodori Institute of Genetics?
So you do know him. I'm actually here because of a tip I got from him.
Chikara is under arrest?
No, he was just released earlier. We didn't have enough evidence to keep him detained.
I see.
It's time for more of this shit. Alright. About your relationship with Chikara.
Chikara is a former member of Nyes, though
is
this
it?
was over 20 years ago. When he left us, he became an avid believer in the Order of Percent.
Order of Percent?
It's an organization that split off from Nyes. You could say they are a sect. The Order of Percent is a religious sect, whereas we are an ideological society. Despite our common roots, we are heading in completely different directions.
Then how did Chikara know that Nyes created Bats 490?
I wouldn't know about that. Perhaps he asked an acquaintance from Nyes.
So, he's a religious zealot. You do fucked up shit and claim it's ideology. Got it. How'd you end up here?
I had a very hard time finding the place. After all, Nyes is a secret organization hidden from the public.
It's a good thing Boss just happened to know someone who knew this location. Otherwise, we would have been out of luck.
Even after I got inside the building, it wasn't easy. The guards, the security gates. If I hadn't met Mamoru at the entrance, I probably wouldn't even have made it to this office.
I know about Abyss, and I know it's trustworthy. That's why I let you through to talk to the president.
That's good. I'm glad him getting hammered in a marble led to him just being a decent person. Good to know. Let's see. About
Anyway,
Nyes.
I was surprised. I had heard of Nyes, the secret organization, but I thought it was just an urban legend. I can't believe it actually exists.
Yes, there has been all sorts of gossip about us. Some claim we're a secret society of Satanists, or that we have something to do with a sequence of binary code that came from space. But that's all nonsense. Made-up stories that become more and more embellished as they were passed on. Rumors are quite a terrifying thing. Nyes is a perfectly legitimate ideological society. Our headquarters are located in New York, with many branches in cities throughout the world.
Would have been way cooler with the Satan.
This
Just
is
saying.
one such branch.
Nyes is an ideological society.
This is a common misconception, but Nyes is not a religious organization. We are a group of like-minded individuals who act together based on a certain understanding of the universe.
And that is?
The simulation theory. Have you heard of it?
That the world is an artificial simulation of reality created by someone or something. That's the theory.
You're saying everything in this world we're living in isn't real?
Yes. It's a false world constructed with specific rules by a program.
Well, about that. Have you heard of video games?
And if it is made by a program, there must by necessity be imperfections, edges, or seams. To find these seams, or to create them, is our objective.
Why would you do that?
If you tear at the seams of a cloth, it will unravel, and a hole will be created. Thusly, we will tear at the seams of the program until it is unraveled, and its people are emancipated. That is our ultimate goal.
This old hack has completely lost it.
Well, then that leads us to the question. And hold on. Before I break into philosophy, let's go ahead and drink some more cheap beer. Alright, Well, that gets to the point where you have to ask yourself, do you believe in Descartes or Nietzsche? Because Descartes said, I think, therefore I am. That if the entire world were a simulation, then I think, therefore I know I am real. And Nietzsche said, basically, you can't ever tell you're real, so something is thinking. Maybe that's simulated too. Anyhow, back to the anime detective shit. How will you tear the seams of the world?
The intersection between the warp and weft. That's where the seam can occur.
Sweet.
I don't understand.
You will someday. It is a prophecy. It will be fulfilled eventually.
What is that?
Bro, I didn't know we were on that side of the hood. She's throwing up gang signs. What's up? No, I'm not going to do that. About to get banned on accident.
It's a hand sign we use. It's meant to resemble the sign behind me.
Is that what it is? Can you show me that hand sign again? Someone just cue in some 90s gangster rap behind this. Alright. There you go, editor. Enjoy that. What were you doing around 6 a.m. on the night?
Judging by the way you asked that, I assume that's Jin's estimated time of death?
Well, yes.
I was in Okinawa from the night of the 8th. I had a seminar to attend on the 9th and 10th. I returned to Tokyo late last night.
I checked the logs for hotels and airports, for smartphone access points, and the security footage for each location. It's true that Tokiko was in Okinawa from the 8th to the 10th.
So she has an alibi.
As long as you presume Jin's body wasn't brought back with her from Okinawa.
Show me that hand sign again. Okay, let me look at the symbol.
That's the non-Yapal X, the symbol of knives.
Non-Yupal means consisting of 9. You know how there's single, double, triple? Non-Yupal is the 9th.
So non-Upal X means 9 X's?
Seems so.
Did you know that Nizadlaws is derived from 9x of lozenge? Lozenge referring to a diamond shape. In other words, Nizadlaws means the 9 X's of the diamond.
Fucking wow, you guys are just...
By the way, would you mind if I asked you a question?
What is it?
Are you perhaps a Freyer?
Freyer?
Frey, I thought I heard that somewhere before.
I am asking the person within you.
What?
I will ask you one more time. Are you a Freyer?
I can only talk to her. Anybody know what a Freyer is? One second, I'll be right back. I want to find out what a fucking Freyer is. I'm actually just gonna put this in the refrigerator. Be right back. Okay. So, pulled pork happened. That's why I was gone so long. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go ahead and say yes because I don't know what that is.
Hey, Yuki.
As I thought. Then you've realized this world is fictional. Am I correct?
Yes.
Yuki, what's gotten into you?
Then please tell me the nil number. If you truly are a Freya, you should know it. So, you don't know. In other words, you lied.
No good. She saw right through it. I thought that I could get her to keep talking if I faked my way through it.
Damn.
Way to go.
What is a nil number? What is a Freyer? Frey. Right. I remember now.
It was written on that sign.
Frey to free. Frey can mean fight, but it can also mean to wear out or tear.
Remember what Tokiko said? Their ultimate goal is
Probably.
to break down this world and emancipate its people.
Miss Shigure, are you sure Nyes didn't make the QR video?
We did not.
But the word Frey was written on that sign in the QR code.
We of Nyes are only involved in Bats 490, which we created half a year ago. We are not the ones who created the QR video. The word Frey being displayed on that sign must be a coincidence.
That can't be just
Arts
a
are religious
coincidence.
folks.
Oh, but it can. After all, we are living in nothing but a simulation. A false world created by a program. And such programs always have some glitches lurking under the surface. We call such glitches seams. Coincidences like this are a manifestation of such glitches. Proof of imperfection. Proof of the seams. The appearance of Jin's corpse is also likely to be an example of such phenomenon.
Now that makes sense.
Are you familiar with the Philadelphia experiment?
It's a top-secret military experiment that's said to have taken place in the American city of Philadelphia on October 28, 1943. A powerful electromagnetic wave was fired towards the USS Eldridge, a destroyer-class warship. Supposedly, the reason for doing this was to conceal the ship from showing up on radar. But as soon as the experiment began, something strange happened. The Eldridge was enshrouded in a greenish mist, then vanished.
Bullshit.
Afterward, it appeared at a military port in Norfolk, nearly 200 miles away from the shipyard in Philadelphia. Sometime later, it reappeared in its original position again.
So you're saying it teleported?
Well, it's nothing but an urban legend. Just an occult story with low credibility.
Yes, exactly. However, the story doesn't end there. When the USS Eldridge returned to Philadelphia, there were several sailors on board, but some of them had melted like a rotten banana, while others ended up with their bodies entirely burned and blackened. Others were said to have merged with the steel hull, their bodies having become a piece of the ship. Does
Can I get a
that
fact
sound
check on this?
familiar?
You mean Jin? Are you saying his right half teleported here?
It isn't impossible. If a seam was torn, that is.
Impossible.
Well, we were just legit switching bodies in the first one, so.
You like this park, don't you, Ryuki?
I feel calm when I'm around nature. It's like I can feel the buzz inside me quieting down.
It's all good.
Tama,
It's
what do
all
you
good.
think about what Tokiko said earlier? Is something like teleportation really
I think she's
possible?
a nutty bitch.
Hey, come on. I told you the Philadelphia experiment is just an urban legend.
How else can you explain what happened with Jin? We can't deny that his right half suddenly appeared out of nowhere.
Jeez. Then why don't we find out for ourselves?
What do you mean? You want to go to the studio right now?
No need. Just close your eyes.
My eyes?
Just do it.
Okay.
Put out the riding crop. About to have secret sauce on my pulled pork. Oh, God.
What the? Did we teleport here?
Are you serious?
We're in Studio de Vita, aren't we?
It just seems that way. We're not actually there. Last night, I scanned every nook and cranny of the scene. What you're looking at now is what I replicated using that data.
Wow. It's like I'm actually there. The corpse looks so real.
Want me to put a mosaic over it?
Uncensored is fine.
Now, less digressing and more investigating. Your objective is to solve the mystery behind the sudden appearance of Jin's right half.
Alright, let's start looking around.
Virtual reality activation. The VR allows you to walk around the scene and gather information. Thomas special vision mode such as X-ray mode can be applied to everything. By changing the special mode, what you can inspect will change. Utilize this to find hidden information. Oh, it's weird getting able to control my protagonist. Oh, I believe it. I believe it. That's why I'm like, if I had a robotic eye, I'd be uncensoring everything.
Maybe it's for having tea during breaks.
Also, Tamagotchi time. It's a necessity. What's the best thing about zombies? Running zombie. Zombie shark. Haven't seen it before. I'll watch it with that person later. That person? Fuck you doing inside that eyeball? Okay.
Wow, I can switch to X-ray mode too.
That's because I've gathered all data from the scene.
See the back of the set. There's a bunch of mannequins here. Corpse.
What's this? There's something inside the body.
First, a mixture of potassium chlorate, sulfur, and red phosphorus. This is probably a fire starter. It would ignite very easily. The fuse is coiled up and extends from there. By the way, the fuse includes an oxidizing agent, so it can continue to burn even inside the body. And finally, at the end of the fuse is a powder mixture of iron oxide and aluminum.
Thermite.
This is a substance that causes a thermite reaction. When ignited, it creates heat of over 3,000 degrees Celsius and burns violently.
Inside the corpse is fuel that goes off even the slightest impact. A fuse and a substance that causes a thermite reaction. But the thing is, there's a string connected to it, which...
I wonder how deep this sign is embedded.
What do we do at times like these?
Right, the X-ray. The bottom part of the signboard is stuck pretty deep in there.
There's a bit of a curve at the tip. Kind of like a man's, you know what?
Couldn't you have compared it to a fish hook or something?
Well, it won't come out easily. Whoever stuck it in probably didn't want it pulled out.
Of course not. The signboard would be useless unless it's standing.
It's useless unless it's standing?
Let's not go there.
No, that's not what I meant.
The signboard was stuck in the corpse, so it's difficult to remove.
Like I mentioned yesterday, Jin's estimated time of death is 6 o'clock on February 9th. Based on the time his corpse appeared, it should be about 40 hours ago. Rigor mortis seems to be fading already. It's not completely gone yet, but the body has somewhat softened at this point.
Ah.
It should take more time to get to this stage if it's been on a rooftop in the winter. That's why I think this corpse was kept indoors, someplace warm.
So you waited for rigor mortis to fade so that the body would shift and cause the explosion. Mannequins.
These aren't good for much other than for show.
It's a podium used by the quiz show host.
Looks like it's there so the performers can check how they look on screen.
The body that was shown to the entire world through this camera. I clearly see that this is what the body's connected to. Oh.
The questions for the quiz also show up here too. Huh.
It's a signboard.
Yeah.
What's this? Getting a better look at it. It looks like something tied to his waist.
Okay, there we
It's like a spider's thread. No, even thinner.
My analysis concludes that this is a CNT, or carbon nanotube. Graphene sheets with a thickness of a single carbon atom. These were rolled into a cylindrical shape to make these nanotubes. The diameter is about 0.4 nanometers. A single nanometer is 1/1000th of 1 meter, so it's not visible to the naked eye.
What? But I can see it.
That's because this thread is made by bundling multiple CNTs. I've also enhanced your vision so you'd be able to see it. By the way, CNTs are extremely durable. They're elastic and hard to break, and it's said that their theoretical maximum tensile strength is 50 times that of steel. Anyway, where is the other end of the CNT connected?
I know it is.
That way. Over by that red lamp. What's this?
It's the light switch.
The CNT is tied to it.
The CNT extending from the corpse was threaded to the ceiling beam and tied to the light switch.
Okay, it looks like we're pretty much done investigating here. Using the clues we've gathered so far, we should be able to solve the mystery.
You mean the mystery of how Jin's body appeared? That's what you're talking about, right?
Yep.
The truth reenactment allows you to find the truth with the information you've gathered. Answer Thomas questions with the best answer.
Let's get on that now. First thing, about that power outage when the body appeared. Was it really just a power outage?
I was wondering about that too. The lights came back on way too quickly. Plus, if the power did go out, the stream should have cut out at the same time.
But the stream went on, no problem.
So it wasn't an outage. The lights were switched off.
So how did the lights get turned off?
Well, I think I know what did it.
Oh, I had to...
There were bundled CNTs tied to the body. They were routed through the ceiling beams and onto the light switch.
But a dead body can't pull strings.
No, but it can fall. From the ceiling, I mean.
Now that you mention it, I thought I heard something hit the floor right after the lights went out.
The body fell from the ceiling and tugged on the CNT, which caused the light switch to turn off.
Which, by the way,
So on to the next question.
who has
Corpse was
fucking
hidden
light
up in the
switches
ceiling,
that go
right?
up for
Then
off?
how did it fall?
Rigor mortis was already fading.
The culprit used the mechanism of the body softening after rigor mortis. The body must have been placed up in the ceiling like a bridge between two beams. It would stay up there while the body is still stiff. But as time passes and rigor mortis lessens, the corpse softens.
And that's what made it fall down. Now for the final question. Why did the body
Fair.
explode and burn?
Well, that can be explained by using the X-ray mode.
The signboard is stuck deep in the corpse. So, how did the body burn?
Maybe...
What?
No. Inside the corpse is fuel that
It's
goes
because
off.
of the contraption set up inside the body. The ignition agent combusted from the impact of the body hitting the ground. The fire went up the coiled fuse and onto the substance that triggered a thermite reaction. The substance was eventually ignited, causing a huge explosion.
So that interval between the fall and explosion was because of the time it took for the fire to reach the end of the fuse. I get it. It was hard to find traces of that trick because it was such an analog method.
Okay.
All right, I think we're starting to figure things out here. So you can turn off this VR space now.
No, not yet. That was just a rehearsal. We still have the main show.
What do you mean? Are you telling me to do that?
You're the only actor here, aren't you?
Actor?
All right. Feet.
So, I'm Tama, the director and camera operator. Now that I'm in the director's chair, I'm not going to tolerate shoddy acting. So keep that in mind.
Are we recording something?
Of course we are. We're testing a theory here, so we need to create something that can be viewed objectively.
I have no idea what you're going on about.
Shut your stupid mouth, you third-rate bit part actor! Are you too much of a moron to figure this out without the director having to tell you everything?
I feel
But-
attacked.
Just zip it and play the culprit. If we're doing this, we're going for the Academy Award.
Macadamy? Like, the nuts?
Enough! Let's get this started! Ready? Action!
Oh, it's 75%.
Hi! I'm, the culprit who killed
Tsundere
Jin.
mode engaged.
Now, prepare to witness an amazing show featuring this corpse.
Not only is your acting amateurish, but I don't even understand what kind of character you're trying to play here.
I am an amateur.
Well, this is just the beginning, so I'll give you a pass for now.
Let's start with the positioning of the body. Where and how was it placed?
Well, it was right here. The body was placed so it was hung like a bridge between two beams.
You can place it like this because it was stiff from rigor mortis. So that's how they did the light trick.
Carbon nanotubes, CNT, were tied to the body. The CNT went up the beams and extended downward onto the light switch.
CNT is too thin to be seen with the naked eye, so no one noticed it.
I've got it all set up. Now I just need to wait for the rigor mortis to subside.
Hey, aren't you supposed to be in character?
Boy! I sure hope the corpse gets softer soon. It needs to be soft and squishy. Like an octopus.
This scene makes no
Bro.
sense.
I'm cutting it out.
You made me do it.
And after time passed, rigor mortis began to subside.
Thud.
The body falls, and the impact sets off the ignition agent inside it. The fire travels up the fuse line.
Soon after, a staff member turns on the lights.
Bam! A body appears. as if it teleported in out of nowhere. Sometime later, the burning fuse inside the body reaches the explosives.
No one had a fire extinguisher to figure this shit out.
That is the truth behind the corpse's sudden appearance and explosion.
Cut! Good work. I got some nice footage of the reenactment.
I still don't understand why the acting was necessary.
It's shadow work, man. It's shadow work. You gotta work on yourself by looking inward. Oh dear.
All makes sense
There
now.
we go.
That corpse didn't teleport here after all.
Of course it didn't. Though the culprit obviously wanted it to seem that way.
Half of a body just suddenly appearing out of nowhere. Just like the Philadelphia experiment. Someone went through all that trouble to make it look like something strange occurred.
I think they also wanted to draw as much attention as possible to that sign. All so they could spread that QR video.
Why did the culprit blow up the corpse?
Their goal was to make it seem like a supernatural phenomenon. That's why they couldn't leave the CNT on the scene.
Because it would give away the trick?
Right.
So that's why they caused a thermite reaction and destroyed the CNT.
CNT is highly flammable carbon material. It doesn't stand a chance against 3,000 degree temperature, but it bonds with oxygen to create carbon dioxide, which helps extinguish the flame. Good to know. About the reason the corpse's cross-section was facing downward.
That body fell from the studio ceiling. If it fell sideways when it landed, the culprit's plans would have been ruined.
Yes, like you said, it would have been pointless unless the sign was standing erect. Just like
Erect.
a man's you-know-what.
Again with that joke? Besides, it is not useless when it's not erect.
nightlife.
Exactly.
Boogie.
What?
There was another purpose to the sign. It's the same reason darts and rockets have tails.
I get it. The cut surface would naturally face the ground because of that sign. It was meant to control the body's posture as it fell.
Huh. Okay, I buy that. About the time the rigor mortis would subside.
The culprit must have wanted the body to fall during the live stream, right? It would have been pointless otherwise. But could they really predict when rigor mortis would dissipate so accurately?
The culprit didn't put the corpse up on the ceiling beams while it was completely stiff. It had to have been after the body had started to soften, just slightly. That way, they could estimate that the body would fall in a few hours or so. The stream was scheduled for a whole 6 hours. The culprit was fine as long as the body fell sometime during that period.
So it must have been somebody with access beforehand.
So, to wrap it all up, the culprit's motive was to make this seem like a supernatural phenomenon and to spread the QR video, right?
I don't know if that's all there is to it, but probably.
I wonder why Jin was chosen.
Who knows?
Because he's rich.
Where could his left side be?
It hasn't been found yet. Anyway, starting our search with the people who might have the intel we need is the #1 rule of investigation, right?
Like who?
Jin's right half was up in the studio ceiling the whole time we were shooting the show. There must be someone who knew about it, or at least noticed it.
You mean... the director, Jinpei Wagai.
Right.
Where is he now?
I've tracked him down using his smartphone GPS. He's in Akihabara right now. At the maid cafe, Sunfish Pocket.
No. Okay. We'll go to Sunfish Pocket. If we must. If I gotta see mermaids, I gotta see mermaids.
There he is!
Ah, shit.
What?
Damn!
Dodging bullets. Fuck yeah.
Ryuki! Ryuki!
Okay, the different. Fuck. X. Yes. Yes, retry. Fucking Xbox control ass bullshit. Right bumper. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. R1, R2 is superior. Eat my dick. Whatever. I almost want to see if I can get shot again. I didn't mean to flash out there, guys. I apologize. That wasn't cool at all. Motherfucker went straight Naruto on disarming his assailant.
Firing your gun in here? Are you insane? There are customers and staff in here.
My bad.
An apology is not gonna cut it.
You're super
Several
under
people have
arrest.
called the authorities. The local police should be here soon.
Hey, can't you just let me go?
What?
I told you, my girl's pregnant, right? I can't go to jail.
Probably should have thought of that before
That's
you
why
started
I
blasting.
accepted his offer in the first place. I needed money to take care of my kid.
Accepted whose offer?
Some guy named Terror. I don't know his real name. Haven't seen his face or heard his voice either. All my contact with him was through Nile.
What did he ask you to do?
He said,
I want to borrow your studio for an hour or so on the 10th before you start preparing for the stream. I'll pay you $5 million. If everything goes well, I'll pay you on the night of the 11th.
so me and the staff haven't met this Terror guy at all. I don't know what happened in the studio either. I had no idea that was gonna happen.
Class 3A at Sekiba High.
Ryuki!
Yeah, let's go.
Going to Sekiba High to find out who the terror is. Knew them high school girls couldn't be trusted. Welcome back, Tigers, by the way. Oh.
The director of Horodori Institute of Genetics, Chikara Horodori.
Well, that's not good.
No way. It can't be.
Nothing to be done. Ryuki Chapter 2. Kume Shrine. He's fine. Everything's fine.
Mr. Date told me about this shrine. This place is so full of nature. Just like Yoyagi Park. It's just calming here.
I see.
Tama, would you mind giving me some support?
What do you mean?
I've been thinking about Chikara's murder.
Are you sure you're okay, Ryuki?
What do you mean?
I feel like all of this has been taking a huge mental toll on you.
I'm fine.
I'm not crazy.
More importantly,
I'm fine.
Can you recreate the crime scene for me? I just need to close my eyes, right?
Yeah, but... Fine. I'll play along.
No
You are
buts.
technically my master. I can't disobey your orders.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks. Let's start then. It's perfect. It's just like the real thing.
I learned how to do 3D modeling in a correspondence course. Back when I was a student, my grandma told me I should learn a skill set.
Tamagotchi time! Fuck yeah. Someone kind of like a friend. You need to be tough sometimes. Please understand. Okay. Let's see what we got here. X-ray the corpse.
I'm sorry, Ryuki. This might freak you out, but there's something I have to tell you. Will you
Go
hear
on.
me out?
Yes.
What?
The thing is, this corpse is so cowardly that
It has no guts!
What?
I know. That was so bad. The joke was over before I even said it. But I just had to do it. I mean, look, the corpse is completely missing its guts. I couldn't let this chance pass me by.
I'm honestly speechless. The reason the corpse is on the blackboard is because it doesn't have internal organs anymore. The open space inside the body has a lower pressure than the outside. It's similar to how suction cups work. Yeah, I have trouble buying that one.
Chikara's right side. The cross-section is stuck right onto the blackboard.
What's the estimated time of death?
Based on the time the body was discovered, that would make it about 4 hours ago.
So, around 8 p.m. on February 11th, right around the time we were meeting with Tokiko.
Looks like there aren't any other clues here.
I want to explore.
Well, satisfied?
No. We must go back to my mind palace. About the security cameras at Sekaba
I
High.
checked the footage, but I didn't see anyone suspicious. Of course, that place is huge, so there are plenty of areas the security cameras don't cover.
Any cameras on campus?
None. Do you remember what Gen said? The security at Sekiba High is completely lacking.
About the Nah message Terror sent Shinpei.
I think he was lying about the money. Terror probably wanted someone to find Chikara's body.
You mean he wanted Shinpei to find it?
Not necessarily. It might have been for the police. Terror might have predicted that someone from the police would contact Shinpei.
I mean, he's not wrong.
That's my assumption. I can't think of any other suspects.
Just who is this Terror?
I wouldn't be having so much trouble if I knew that.
It can't be Tokiko, can it? Tokiko was with me at Chikara's time of death, and she was in Okinawa during the incident with Jin.
Yeah, at the very least, it seems unlikely that she did it personally.
But something has been bothering me. I feel like Tokiko is involved somehow. Chikara was a member of NICE, and he knew about Bats 490. That's not all. The appearance of Jin's corpse was made to seem like a paranormal phenomenon, as if the same thing from the Philadelphia experiment had happened.
So it's the order of the
After
percent.
all, we are living in nothing but a simulation.
Stop throwing up gang signs. You're gonna get me fucking
A
banned.
false world created by a program.
God.
Could she have done all this to give her claim credibility?
I don't know, but it's possible. In any case, let's go see Tokiko. I
Yeah,
have
let's
to
go
talk to
see her again.
Understood. We've come this far. I'll...
Oops. Okay.
I've been expecting you. I thought you would be arriving soon.
What do you mean?
I mean, I knew you would come see me.
Stop. Hey, Mamoru. About
As
this
you
room.
know, this is the president's office at the Nye's Japan branch.
The world is full of rubbish. Such things should all be washed away. That was my thinking when I designed this room.
You designed it.
Yes, the flow of water cleanses one's heart, just
their
like the
ass.
flow of time.
Okay, other than the way she fucking says things at all, anything suspicious about Tokiko?
Not really. She's a kind woman. But I obviously wouldn't tell you even if I did know something. As her secretary, it's part of my job to protect her secrets.
Mamoru is an excellent employee who faithfully fulfills his duties. I have complete trust in him.
I'm honored to hear that. I respect you from the bottom of my heart as well.
Gag.
Thank you. At least my robot eye could say it. Why the
These aren't
sunglasses?
sunglasses. It's a fairy's black bra.
What a degenerate.
It's a fairy's black bra.
Read with such conviction. Bravo, whoever voices Mamoru. An absolute pervert wearing a black bra on his face. How do I want to start this off? Do you know someone named Chimpe
No.
Wagai?
I don't.
Then do you know about terror?
I've heard that name on the news, yes. This is about the culprit, is it not?
Yes, but
I have absolutely no idea who it could be.
Liar!
I'm sorry I can't help you, but
Okay, about
I
Chikara's
know
murder.
of the incident, of course. However,
yes, I know you have an alibi. We were here, having a conversation during the time of Chikara Horadori's death. But that doesn't necessarily mean you're completely innocent. You are the president of Nye's. Surely you have plenty of subordinates who can do your bidding.
are you implying I ordered someone to kill him?
Implying.
It's a possibility.
I'm accusing you of it.
And what would be my motive?
Well,
Remember what Tokiko said. Chikara Horadori is an avid believer in the Order of Percent. Their order and Nye's are heading in completely different directions.
perhaps Nye's and the Order of Percent are hostile.
I see. You're suggesting there was a conflict between organizations.
Yeah.
It is true that Nye's and the Order of Percent have differing beliefs. However, we are not at odds with one another. Both organizations believe in the simulation theory. In that respect, we are comrades.
Jin's right half
Solve
didn't
the
teleport.
mystery, Miss Shigure. Jin's right half didn't teleport. It was just made to seem that way. It should have been obvious when you think about it. Teleportation? It's impossible. We live in a simulation? This is a fake world created by a program? Impossible. Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. Just a
yeah.
ludicrous myth like UFOs, ghosts, and Kappa. I'm sure there are people who'd like to believe in these
This
things.
whole story is
And there are
good.
groups who profit by making people believe.
I felt dirty
Mr.
saying that, so I
Ryuki,
stopped.
it appears as though there's been some misunderstanding. We of Nye's have nothing to do with this.
Are you sure about that? All the pieces would fit together if Nye's is the one that made the QR video. The falsified paranormal phenomenon. What was written on the signboard. It all advances your agenda. Could it be that you wanted to spread the QR video by showing that sign along with the corpse on stream?
As I've told you, we are not the ones who made the QR video. What is the purpose of the QR video in the first place? Are you saying there is some message urging people to join Nye's in it?
Yes. What do Nice and the Order of Percent believe in?
We are living in a simulation, a false world. And from this false world, we seek emancipation. That is what Nye's believes. On the other hand, the Order of Percent, we are living in a simulation, a false world. But they wish to remain imprisoned within it. Forever.
Forever.
Mr. Ryuki, have you ever played an open-world game where you play as a criminal?
A
Go
game
on.
that lets you rob, murder, blow things up, leave a trail of debris wherever you go.
No,
An
I'm a good boy.
absurd, heinous game where you can freely commit all sorts of horrible crimes.
Why does she sound like she's digging the fuck out of it? She's like, we commit such horrible crimes.
I've never played anything like that, but I know what you mean.
I have.
Then you can understand. If this is a false world created by someone, then the Order of Percent believe they can do whatever they wish. To them, this place is a true utopia.
Slowly letting
A
something
dream
down.
world where they're allowed to do anything they want with no real consequences.
That's why they want to live here forever?
Exactly.
I get it. That's why Chikara was researching immortality.
In theory, using Purge, even immortality is achievable. The ultimate dream that humanity has been yearning for thousands of years. It will soon become a reality. What do you think? Isn't that wonderful?
About Chikara's research on immortality.
I'm aware that Chikara was very particular about immortality. However, I will say one thing. One must not believe in eternal youth. Eternal youth is a lie.
Did you have to throw gang signs after saying that?
By the way, Mr. Ryuki, do you remember what you said earlier? Simulation theory is nothing but occult nonsense. That is clearly false. The simulation theory is not occult. It falls within the realm of science. In fact, many esteemed scientists have given serious thought to the matter. The theory was originally proposed by a Swedish philosopher. However, the concept has been around since long ago, even as far back as the days of Plato and Zhuangzi. This world may be an illusion. At least, there is no way to prove it isn't an illusion.
And then there's Descartes, Nietzsche, yeah.
There are great people throughout history who have held such ideas.
But there's no way to prove it is an illusion either, is there?
No, there is plenty of science to support it. The holographic principle, theory of relativity, the measurement problem in quantum theory can also be considered proof.
Okay. Let's see. What TED Talk... New drinking game for everybody at home. Every time one of my dialogue boxes is a fucking dissertation, drink. The Swedish philosophers claim.
I'd like to ask you one thing. Beings that are far more intelligent and advanced than we humans. Do you believe a civilization of such beings exists anywhere in this world? And by this world, I mean all possible worlds in the entire universe, including those outside of our own.
Well, somewhere out there, probably.
I agree. Taking that into consideration, we're left with three possibilities. 1. Civilization hasn't reached a level of technology advanced enough to create a simulation that can't be distinguished from reality. 2. Civilization has reached a level of technology advanced enough to accomplish this, but it hasn't for some reason. 3. Civilization has reached that level of technology and has no strong reason not to use it. Therefore, they've proceeded with creating an intricate simulation. Which of these do you think is most likely?
Are you saying it's 3?
That is what a famous Swedish philosopher believed, at least. He further explains, that civilization must have run simulations millions or even trillions of times.
What did this Swedish philosopher, was he around before the advent of, I don't know, VR? The internet?
In which case,
I don't know who she's
it
talking
would
about.
make
but-
sense to believe our world would be included in one of those simulations.
You're saying it's far more likely that we're one of the countless simulated worlds, rather than a world that exists in the one and only reality. Do I have that right?
Yes.
I'm getting sleepy. Additionally, the simulation in the real world may be a simulation itself. Kind of like a Matryoshka doll, just so you know. I'm not saying I believe this simulation theory. The simulation theory isn't too credible because of this Matryoshka aspect. Okay. The processing
Say
speed
this
problem.
world really is a simulation. Then that would mean a computer or something that's running the simulation exists somewhere, right? But it doesn't seem realistic that everything that happens in the universe could be derived by calculation.
Yes, you are right. However, there is no need to calculate every phenomenon, only what observers see and experience. Take the measurement problem in quantum theory. It explains the inexplicable phenomenon observed in the double-slit experiment. Quantum matter appears as particles when observed, and as waves when not observed. For the latter, its position cannot be specified because it exists as a stochastic wave. Therefore, it must be calculated and processed as the entire wave, and is impossible to reduce. The faster an object moves, or as the effects of gravity increase along with the increase in mass, time progresses slower, as I'm sure you know.
And that's related to processing speed?
Yes. When the load during calculation is increased, a phenomenon akin to a processing failure occurs. That is why nothing can exceed the speed of light. The calculation wouldn't be able to catch up if acceleration is infinite.
The holographic. Oh. Let me explain the double slit experiment. Shoot a ray of light toward a board with two slits, with a screen behind it. This causes the rays to be distorted to look like stripes. This is because the light has the property of a wave. And what would happen if we shot light molecules one at a time? Light molecules will show up as a dot on the screen. By continuously doing this, the stripes reappear. Why is this? Light molecules are only being shot one by one, so the board shouldn't have an effect. The next part of this experiment was done using a detection device. You know what? See which slit the molecule went through. This caused the stripes to disappear and only two lines appeared on the screen. You know what? This is all fine and dandy.
Even light cannot escape a black hole.
Isn't that interesting?
I'm sure you've heard this before.
It's not being observed.
Information is the same. It cannot escape a black hole.
Information.
It's known that the amount of information trapped in this way is not derived from the volume of the black hole, but the surface area. Considering this, you can conclude that information in a three-dimensional space is stored in the boundary of its two-dimensional surface. In other words, all information stored in this universe is encoded in a single flat plane, just like a hologram. Regarding gravity and other physical processes, they can be completely accounted for through the laws of physics defined by the boundary surface. Let's take a character from an action game, for example. When that character falls, you may think he was pulled to the ground by gravity. However, gravity does not actually exist in the game world.
Okay.
Only code that was written in the program. The character's body is merely made to show as if it fell based on its code.
You think this world is the same?
The holographic principle is not a theory. It is a principle. It has already been mathematically proven.
That's a nice watch.
I see. Then let us leave it at that. In any case, there is no denying that the simulation theory is true. But unlike Chikara, I have no interest in the concept of immortality, because my objective is to tear at the seams of this world and emancipate us all.
Terror.
So you mean dying?
No. Death and emancipation are completely different. I have no desire to commit suicide, though I would be fine with dying at any time.
Because this world isn't real.
There is that, yes. However, there is another reason.
Go on.